What is up, everyone? Welcome to today's reaction video. And today's reaction is the very special monthly request of my incredible Patreon follower, Ruler. Ruler, thank you so much as always for your continued support, for being a member of the herd and a supporter both here on YouTube and over on Patreon. Thank you so much for, over Christmas, your advent calendar of gifts, which includes this amazing Muppets t-shirt and this gorgeous bracelet. They mean the absolute world to me. Thank you so much for both of them. I normally don't wear this in reactions because I tend to play with it too much, but I wear it all the time and it means I love it so much. So thank you so much for that. And thank you for this month's request, which I cannot wait to check out. Ruler last year went and saw Why Am I So Single, which was a West End, like London show that was on for the first time, and I'm not too sure what's happened with it since then because the songs haven't really, only certain songs have been released as cast recordings, and I'm not sure if it's been picked up, if it's doing other things, or if it's like where it is at the moment. But Ruler loved it. She's wanted me to hear the songs from it so badly. This one is apparently incredible. It is called Disco Ball, and I know this musical from one of the songs on it going absolutely viral on TikTok, or at least my side of TikTok. And I was obsessed with that sound clip and then found out it was from Why Am I So Single? So yeah, I am desperate to see what the rest of the songs from this musical are like, because I don't even know the storyline of it or anything like that, other than it's got a pretty obvious name, Why Am I So Single? So we're going to get into this. This is Disco Ball. Let's go.
Why are you so scared to show me, to show anyone who you are when you're not putting on a fucking show?
Nancy, darling, baby, ain't it obvious? I mean, you already said it, kid. It's because I'm like a disco ball. Yeah, I'm a disco ball. I spin and give you all a party feeling.
Right away, y'all. Tell me why. I know that Ruler has let me know. I believe the actor's name is Joe, and their pronouns are they them, and they are playing the main, like the male presenting vocal that we're hearing, and then the other actress, I forget her name. Actually says it right there on the name. So actually. No, that's the writer's names. I'm getting myself confused. For a second, I was like, oh, it's Toby and Lucy. No, it's Joe, and it is Lisa. Lisa is the female vocal we heard at the beginning. So Joe immediately is giving me Angel Dust from Has Been Hotel vibes. Like right away, the way that we broke into that absolute attitude and just like fierceness. I am so here for that. Oh my god. All right, we're going back to the start to hear this again.
Why are you so scared to show me, to show anyone who you are when you're not putting on a fucking show?
Nancy, darling, baby, ain't it obvious? I mean, you already said it, kid. It's because I'm like a disco ball. Yeah, I'm a disco ball. I spin and give you all a party feeling. I'm sparkly and I'm fun, and crucially I'm hung from the ceiling. You're far.
I'm sorry, I'm hung from the ceiling. That was brilliantly paced with that little pause there.
Crucially, I'm hung from the ceiling. You're far away from me. If you weren't, well, it would be such a pity. Cause when people get too close, oof, baby, heaven knows, well, it ain't pretty. So I never let them get too close, never let them stay too long. They'll see me in the light. Gotta keep it all going, gotta keep them from knowing what's inside. So I spin.
Yo. The analogy of seeing yourself as a disco ball is used incredibly here. What is a disco? Like a disco ball like reflects from a distance. When you're kept at a distance, when you're kept back, it looks so glamorous, so beautiful. It's reflecting all the light. It's looking so pretty. You get up close and you realize it's really just a cheap ball with mirrors stuck all over it, with nothing on the inside. That's what he's saying here. That's what the character's saying he is. it is a thing of like, I keep everyone at a distance because if I let them get too close, they're gonna see that I'm not as amazing, not as beautiful, not as I don't have as much worth if I let people get close. That analogy was phenomenally written.
Go see me in the light. Gotta keep it all going. Gotta keep him from knowing what's inside. So I spin and I spin and I spin, dazzling like I'm a disco ball. And I steer far away up above, and you love it, I'm a disco ball. If I slowed, let you close, you would notice I'm nothing like you thought I was at all. But no one notices, cause everybody's dancing around the disco ball. Watch me spin.
I love the pacing of this as well. This super fast pacing that the song is coming out with is absolute, like it's so well done and so well written. Oh my god, this is awesome.
Everybody's dancing around the disco ball. Watch me spin, 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 spin like I'm a disco ball. Watch me spin, 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 spin like I'm a disco ball. Yeah, I learned long ago, if I don't put on a show, don't keep that distance. People can, you know,
Disappointment.
Homo.
just for instance.
Whoa. Yep. That I get that. I straight up right there. I have to be this larger than life character. I have to keep everyone at a distance and not let anyone get close, because he's basically saying he's had people in his life. I keep saying he because I believe the character is he, by the way. I know that the singer is they, them. I believe the character, from what Ruler messaged me, the character is a he. I'm just going to say they from now on. They have kept people at arm's length because previously they've had people in their life who, when they've let them in, when they've let them see what they really are, probably when they came out, they were told they were a disappointment. And among other very hateful and homophobic words that were thrown at them there. Yeah, that'll do it. That kind of trauma hangs around. So the lesson they learned, the thing they took away from that is don't let anyone get close because they're just waiting to tear you down like that. Ouch.
You know,
Disappointment.
Homo.
just for instance, when I have let people in, there's tended to have been a bit of blowback. Like,
We can fuck, but I'm not gay.
I wish you'd dress a different way.
such a throwback.
Wow.
If I keep it on going, if I keep it on glowing, it's great for you and I. Cause I'm never gonna show you, it really isn't all inside.
Again, first of all, the first line with where it was the we can F, but I'm not gay, and I wish you dress a different way. Oof. Just number one, there is, especially when you, at least from my experience, when you first come out, there is this moment, there is this culture, there is this expectation that you might get stuck in of thinking that, yeah, cool, straight people have relationships and gay people just have sex. And it took me a long time to work out that no, that's not the case. I can have every normal kind of relationship that I want to have in my life, no matter what my sexuality is. It took me a long time to work that out because there is such a hookup culture that's out there. And yeah, so especially with the bizarre way that a lot of straight guys, like I've never understood that, the whole thing about wanting straight. And if you're straight, it's an instant thing of cool, bro, have a nice day. Like I'm not going to pursue that. So yeah, like I'll still be like, he's pretty, but I won't be like, let's go, because no, that's anyway, that's a whole thing. But the whole, that there's that side of it. And then there's the other side of it of the, I wish you dress another way. I wish you change who you are, who you're being, who you find yourself to be as a person to fit me. That's horrible. That is absolutely rough. And then I kind of remember what the next point after that was. Oh, that's right. The the whole you wouldn't see that it's quite so whoop whoop inside. This outward performance that is put on to show you that, like, again, it brings me back to like the angel dust has been hotel poison thing of, you know, I'm putting on this brave face and acting like I love this, because if I don't, I have to confront how much I hate this, and that's rough.
Keep it on glowing, it's great for you and I. 'Cause I'm never gonna show you it really isn't all inside. So I spin and I spin and I spin, dazzling like I'm a disco ball. So the me that you see isn't real, no big deal, you love a disco ball. 'Cause when I spin, spin, spin in the club, no one ever sees the cracks at all. No one notices, cause everybody's dancing around the disco ball. Watch me spin, 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 spin like I'm a disco ball. Watch me spin, 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 spin like I'm a disco ball. Hey, is this thing on? How's it going, folks? Thank you so much for coming out. If I had a penny for every time I heard that when I was 14, I'd have no pennies.
Wow.
So I've got this friend, let's call her Nancy, because that's the name. And she's all, why you gotta put on a show all the time? Maybe you should be more vulnerable. Well, kid,
Wow.
it ain't gonna happen. Because when you grow up in, what's it called? Oh, the world in which we live. You know, where you call each other gay in the playground, you don't even know what it means, but you just know it's the worst possible insult. And every time you pop on the telly, there's a comedy with someone throwing up because they didn't realise the woman they were kissing is trans. Well, when you grow up in that world, you're gonna kind of have it instilled into you that queerness is about as embarrassing, disgusting, unnatural, immoral, and wrong as pineapple on pizza.
That right there says it all. That sums it up perfectly. If you're sitting there looking at people who, you know, just throw around the word gay as an insult, you know, but they don't really mean it. They're not really homophobic. It's not really causing any harm. That is why it's causing harm. If you aren't able to understand why those throwaway comments, those throwaway lines, and those throwaway words cause harm, that is why. If you can't understand why saying that a drag performer reading books in fully modest clothing to children in a library, reading kids' stories as a way to give back to their community, if you can't see why saying that that is immoral and grooming and, you know, dangerous, if you can't see why saying that kind of thing about that is a problem, that's what you're perpetuate. That is what you're allowing, is those ingrained thoughts in someone's childhood, where it is just second nature for them to believe that those things are so wrong and so immoral and so horrible. And we do it so much because, like, I was a teenager once before I came out and before I really worked out who I was as a person. You know, I threw those words around. I threw them around. Oh, that's so gay. All like I'm pretty sure. Look, let's be real. Every teenager does. I think it's happening less now. I hope it's happening less now. But I know it happened a lot when I was a teen. And once you do hit that point of starting to realize that about yourself, it does play on your mind of every guy who, like, every time I've been, you know, had someone I didn't like and they've called me gay. Did they know something I didn't know? Is there something wrong with me in that way? It plays on, like, that, the way that whole section there was written just summed up perfectly how damaging it can be.
That queerness is about as embarrassing, disgusting, unnatural, immoral, and wrong as pineapple on pizza.
Wow.
And then if one day, you slowly start to suspect that that is what you are, unchangeably at your core, well, you're gonna learn to apply all those pesky little words. Any more? You're gonna learn to apply.
The fact that, like, I'm assuming at this point in the show, we're at like a live performance, a drag performance, where it's cut to, you know, them performing on stage and they're doing this. And the fact that they gave barely any prompt and there were so many insults being hurled at the drop of a dime. Damn.
Apply them all to yourself, baby. And that is all before you give anyone else the chance. But it's so good. It's so groovy. Because you can just turn yourself into a little disco ball, baby. Because sure, no one wants to see the broken, ugly pieces of a disco ball of clothes, but they don't mind them so much when they're making the room sparkle. So
Right there. That is what I was saying from the first. I picked up on that in like the first little section of this. I forgot that it's not just that a disco ball is covered in little mirrors. 9 times out of 10, it's that they're covered in broken little pieces of mirror. And no one wants to see that up close. They just want to see how they make the room sparkle, as they said. Wow. For such a fun song with such a boppy, campy beat that is so damn good, this has such a deep meaning and hits so hard. This is fantastic.
but they don't mind them so much when they're making the room sparkle. So who cares why those guys would not be seen with me? Why no one wants the authentic me? Why those strangers threw that shit at me? Why the words hurt but deep down I don't disagree? Why everyone I love's ashamed of.
I'm sorry. It was bad enough when it was, why don't guys want to be seen with me? Why are people hurling shit at me? But that last line there, why those words hurt, because deep down, I can't remember exactly how it's worded, but deep down I believe it. I need to hear it again.
But deep down I don't disagree.
Yeah, why those words hurt, but deep down I don't disagree. That's the reason that it hurts so much. Because like they said, from the beginning, from before you knew that about yourself, that was being said to you as an insult. And now you've had to admit that that is what you are. And you have to try and come to terms with, no, this isn't an insult. It's not a bad thing, even though it's said frequently as if it is. It's used as slander continuously, even though it's not. I can't let myself believe that. And yo, it's one of those things. It's one of those things. To use a really completely separate analogy, it is like how so many people, you know, you grew up with a religion, and even though you may grow up and be like, I don't believe that anymore, still in the back of your mind, there's little bits of it that are ingrained in you that you can't get rid of. It's those things you learn in your formative years that stick with you. And this is the exact same thing. You've learned on some level that it's wrong, immoral, gross, icky, something you don't want to be. And no matter how much as an adult you go, I'm proud of who I am, there's still that part of you that's like, yeah, but it's like, you've been told enough times that it's something that's wrong. And that just hits so hard.
Strangers threw that shit at me. Why the words hurt, but deep down I don't disagree. Why everyone I love's ashamed of me. Why my parents wouldn't look at me. Why it's only dark inside of me when I can't discover it all away. So I speak and I twirl to the world. All I am is a disco ball. So I'm fractured and cracked. That's exactly what attracts you to a disco ball. And though it's fate and the toll that it takes kinda makes me think it's not sustainable. It's alright, cause at least for the night they'll keep dancing around the disco ball. So come on, here I am, come on, who's gonna use me like a disco ball? You can't love me for me, that's okay, you can love me like a disco ball. I'm alright, hanging on by a thread, and any minute there's
was incredible. The writing in that song was absolutely phenomenal. The fact that, as well, the song was written like such a happy party go song, okay? And like it gave me like ABBA type vibes. It gave me very gay anthem vibes. But you could literally be dancing and singing along with that, okay? And no, not necessarily singing along with it, but dancing along with it, not listening to the lyrics and think it's a fun party song. And if you don't pay attention to the pain in the singer's voice, you could easily miss that. And that's what makes it so damn incredible. That was phenomenal. There is so many lines in that just hit way too hard and hit so perfectly on the experience. Because yo, I'll put it this way: I live in Sydney. In Sydney, every year we have a big event, the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras. You know, it's a thing we do here. It's like a full parade down the street. It's about pride. It's about acceptance. And for the longest time, I felt icky about it because I went through my stage of yes, celebration and yay, it's amazing. And then I got myself to the stage where I started to sit back and get a bit cynical and look at it and go, it just feels like one night a year where we put the gays on parade and everyone comes out to look at the disco balls, basically. The same people that might jump you on a train, the same people who, you know, wouldn't want to be friends with you because, oh, but what if he hits on me? Those are the same people who are suddenly flooding Oxford Street to watch the drag queens dance down the middle of the street. And for the longest time, I felt really, really icky about that and had to have some of my friends within the community remind me about that it's not about that, it's about what it means to us. And it's about remembering that we're proud of who we are. And I'm a lot better with it now, but there is still definitely some of those lines in there about how you don't want to see it up close. You don't want to really know what it is, but you're okay with it when it's just from a distance, making the room look pretty and something fun to engage with and like laugh at, you know, something to light up the room or brighten up the space, you know? And like, I love going to drag shows, but I could never date a drag queen. That kind of mentality this hits it so perfectly on the head and was absolutely incredible. I loved this. Guys, please jump in the link in the description below, give the original audio a like and a comment, and subscribe to the original uploader. This was phenomenal. Also, leave me a like and a comment. Tell me some other incredible songs from Why Am I Single that I should check out, because this one hit so hard, and I want to know what else there is in the show, because like I said, I don't know if the show is still a thing that's going. But if it ever comes to Australia, I am there in a second. This was amazing. Also, check me out over on Patreon. I run weekly polls for the reactions that I do here on the channel. I also do weekly TV show reactions, a monthly movie reaction, a monthly live stream, and at the highest tier, you can get a guaranteed reaction right here on the channel. So check all that out over on Patreon. I will see you all in my next reaction video. Have a fantastic day, night, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time zone you're in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.